Hey guys, it's Russell back, and on today's video we're going to be continuing our Amazon Soap Fest. We're going to be testing and reviewing Sonax Car Wash Shampoo Concentrate. It's kind of weird because this stuff is super thin. I have heard of this before, I've never used it. We're going to get to see the results together if you've never used it. The label reads a little differently. This is not often I get to say this, than most of the others that we've done in our Amazon Soap Fest. It's 2 capfuls to 5 gallons of water. I measured this just a little while ago, and a capful is exactly an ounce. So we're going to be using our MTM submachine gun style foamer for the foam portion of the test. I'll be using 2 ounces of the Sonax and 10 ounces of warm water. Then we'll switch to our bucket test, where we'll use our standard test amount of 3 ounces in our bucket, which is approximately 3 gallons of water. I'm having a hard time with this being a concentrate. This is a super thin shampoo. As you can see, it's already foaming up. But be that as it may, they say it's a concentrate, so we'll go on what they say. It also says that it's phosphate free, if that's important to you, and also it will not strip or harm your wax or sealant protection. These are good things. Alright, so it's about, what is today? It is February 19th when I'm shooting this. It's a beautiful day outside. A little bit of a breeze. Hopefully that won't interfere with the audio. And it's about 68 degrees outside. So hopefully by the time I shoot this, it'll be around 70 degrees. Anyway, enough of me blabbing. Let's go see what the Sonax can do. All right. Okay guys, this time we're going to do a completely different car. This is a 2012 Accord, and it's pretty dirty. Now I want everybody to notate, if the camera's picking it up, all the spider webs and swirls. We're going to actually do a separate series on how to buff that out, and we're going to show how an amateur that's never buffed a car can actually do it successfully. Pterodactyl dropping. Man, these are some good dirty wheels. Alright, so that's what it looks like. Let's see what the Sonax can do on this. Okay, so I've got 2 ounces of Sonax and 10 ounces of warm water. Let's see how this foams. Alright, initially I had a little bit of a problem with the adjustment on the MTM foam cannon, but it seems to clear up. Now the foam structure is weird. This is a 2-layer foam. As you can see, there's a base layer and then which is super tight. These are called micro bubbles, and it does have some slickness in the foam, which is good. But you see the top layer is composed of small and medium cell bubbles that are basically sheeting over the base layer. And I suspect that's because of the dirt that's on the car. All right, so we're gonna let this sit here for 6 minutes, come back and see what's left. All right, here we are 6 minutes later, and There is a slight breeze out here. It's probably about 72 degrees and the sun is pretty full, so that is contributing to the degradation of the foam. But there's probably, I don't know, 40% to 50% left on the hood, windshield, and the top. The side is almost completely evaporated, or actually dried. So what we're looking for, you hear a lot of people say, don't wash your car in the sun. Well, the only reason that would be a problem if it was a non-pH balanced shampoo, all this dried scum will come right off. All right, so let's go ahead and prove that it will come off. We're going to go ahead and rinse the car down and see if it removed all the non-bonded contaminants. See how the car soap is reactivating where it had dried, which is good. All right, well, we can't judge how well it did as far as removing protection because there's none on here. For those of you who don't know, if you go back and look at some of the videos, you'll see on some of the cars that have a lot of paint protection, the water beads, and the water basically is just sitting in one big sheet, which makes it tougher to dry. But it looks like it did a pretty good job removing the non-bonded contaminants. Most of the brake dust on the wheels are bonded, so it's not going to remove that. But overall, I think it did a good job as a foam. See, even on the side, you can see how it's just sheeting off. So, all right, so I'm going to give this soap a 7, 1 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 7 as a foam. It's not the best foam I've ever seen, but it's a good middle of the road foam if you're going to use it as a pre-wash. All right, so let's get everything set up and we'll look at how this performs in a hand wash and what kind of foamage we get out of the bucket. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add 3 ounces of our Sonax into our bucket of water. As far as scent, if you're concerned about that, this smells like Lemon Pledge. In fact, it smells identical to Lemon Pledge. It is extremely thin, which surprises me that it did so well in the foam test. This is a very, very non-viscous car soap. And due to that, it's going to disperse in the water very quickly. All right, just initially, there is a little bit of slickness in the water, which is very good. So let's go ahead and agitate it with a pressure washer and see what kind of foamage it makes. All right, so the first thing I see is that the bubbles are starting to break up pretty rapidly. This is a very dense foam. It's got a lot of small and medium cells in it. But I do have to say that the foam itself is it feels like oiled water. It's so slick. That is really, really good. In fact, this is probably near the slickness of the Chemical Guys Wonder Wash. All right, so let's see how this performs in an actual hand wash. We're going to be using our 4 mitts. If you want to know why I'm using 4 mitts instead of 1, you can go look at why a 2-bucket car wash method is a failure on my channel. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and give you my review of the Sonax Car Wash Shampoo Concentrate. I think it's a good, solid soap. I'm going to rate it a 7.5. It did a good job with the contaminants, the bonded contaminants. It leaves the surface nice and clean and fresh. I think that's pretty much what you can ask for on a car soap, especially on a black car. I'm going to go ahead and put the link down in the description below if you would like to try this Sonax car soap and see what you think about it. And as always, guys, I appreciate your watching the videos, leaving any comments, criticisms, constructive or not. If you haven't subscribed, I would ask that you do so, and then leave a thumbs up if you like the video. And I will see you guys on the next video.